Man, people see something in you can't see in yourself. You know it's there, you feel it, but you just can't see it. You ain't got the vision for it. Everything else distracting you. You know, you wake up, you go to work every day, that's distraction. You got a significant other or somebody you're chasing, somebody might be stalking you. That's distraction. Your kids, they need what they need. That's distractions. But at some point you got to take some time for you and find out, uncover that light that's in you, that fire that's in you. Cause everybody see it. Everybody see it except you. When you gonna see it? As soon as you see it, put it into work. Tend to that flame. You know, get you a fan and fan that flame and make it grow. Pour some lighter fluid on it so that light can grow, that fire can grow. Everybody see it except you. You know what's in you that you've been holding back on simply because you're scared to fail. You don't want to put yourself out there and give people room to talk about you. That's all it is. Once you get away from that, you can only win or lose. Hell, the people that are talking about you, guess what? They scared. It's easier for them to talk about you. They ain't gonna jump out there and fail. I had a boxing match March of 2023. I lost. And people can say whatever they want to say, but they wouldn't be brave enough to get in that ring. And I lost. My best friend had just got killed 2 months prior, and I still went and fought. I was in the room at the fight crying, tore out the frame, still mourning my brother. But I still went in that ring and fought. I went by myself. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a trainer. My opponent, he had a coach. He brought all his family. I still went in that ring and fought by myself. I walked there, and the policy was you have to have your trainer and your corner man, at least 2 men with you before you can even walk to the ring. I didn't have that. They had to provide me with a guy. Luckily, the guy said he'll walk me down, and another guy I had met there, they walked me to the ring. I didn't know him. I had no chemistry with him. I still got in the ring and fought. I trained myself. I didn't even get a coach. I just said, man, I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to give glory to God in this situation, win, lose, or draw. But I still trained, and I went, and I fought. And if you type in Chico Dunk, you type my name in, watch the fight. But don't watch it at normal speed. Put it down to about 0.25 or 0.50. And you're going to see punches that I landed on my opponent that you can't see at regular speed. The judges couldn't see them, and you can't see them at regular speed. I fought. I took a chance on myself. I did what 90% of the people scared to do. Win, lose, or draw. I didn't care about losing to points. I didn't get knocked out. You see, I got all my faculties. I don't have no bruised eye. My ego wasn't crushed. I went and did something that most people would just stand back and give their opinion on. I got in the ring, shirt off, and fought. Did my thing. And I felt so good afterwards. It's okay to fail. When you never lose. The only time you lose is when you quit. Now, I'm going to break that fight down. The reason I didn't lose, my opponent lift weights. I didn't lift weights. When he told me he lift weights, well, if he was stronger than me, now let me lift weights so I could be strong like my opponent. He was bigger than me. So that's a lesson that I learned. In defeat, you learn lessons. The only time you lose or you fail is when you quit. But I took from my opponent his strengths. He grew his hair. He had a full head of hair and a beard. And I was like, I had just cut mine, and I felt my strength leave me when I cut my hair. So he had a different strength. I grew my hair out. I started lifting weights. I took the positives or the strengths from my opponent, and I brought it into my life. And now I feel like a completely different man. That's because I jumped in there and I wasn't afraid to fail. I went with what was inside of me, and I let that show. Even I was sitting in the room in tears, looking at my brother's obituary, just crushed. And I heard a voice on the inside of me. Listen to that voice. That's your inner voice. That's the real you. I heard my inner voice say, Go downstairs. I go downstairs. It's another guy who's on the fight card. He walked past me crying. He's in dead tears. And I said, hey man, what's up? What's wrong? My brother just got killed, man. He OD'd. He was on drugs. He OD'd. Man, it's gonna be. Listen, brother. I'm mourning my brother now. He got killed in a car accident. For real, man. Yeah, God sent me here. He sent us here so we can have this interaction. We going through the same thing, brother. He said, man, I don't even want to fight. I said, bro, I don't either. But we here now. So let's get in the ring and do what we got to do. We chopped it up, dapped it up, talked and talked and talked and talked. I helped him, he helped me. I walk into the gym for the hotel. I walk in there and it's a massage chair. I'm not looking to exercise, I just want to relax. While I'm relaxing, by myself, I hear a door open. I look, it's my opponent. This is before the fight. My opponent walk in with an entourage of men with him. And I get up out my chair, walk over, hey, what's up, man? My opponent name was George. I was like, George, what's up, brother? Man, he's like, hey, Artasia, yeah, man, what's up, man? Said, man, you ready for tomorrow? I said, brother, let's put on the show. It's going to be a good time. I enjoy the sport, man. It's for the audience. We're doing this for the people. We both love the boxing game. Man, this going to be for the people. Now, my opponent, his friends, his coaches, they tried to punk me. You know what I'm saying? The chair that I was sitting in, they went and sat in the chair and was looking at me like, what you going to do about it? That don't bother me. I got bigger fish to fry, man. My brother just got killed 2 months ago. It wasn't even it had just topped that 2 months. He died on the 12th, and here it was the 10th. So not a full 2. It was like a month and 20-something days. But they sat and they tried to punk me. And I kept a cool head. I was there for another reason. I wasn't there. I didn't care about my ego. I was there because I needed to light that fire. Let that fire that was in me, I needed to tend that fire. I needed to put the lighter fluid on this fire. I needed to take a risk. I needed to do something big for me, not for nobody else. It was for me. While I'm at the place, like once I got through talking to my opponent, he went over there, he got on the row machine and started rowing. He got the weights and started hitting it. And all that, I remember all that. This dude was a straight worker. So I took all that. Now, had I worried about failing and all that, had I worried about getting knocked out, had I let fear cripple me, I wouldn't have even went to the fight. Had I let the loss of my brother, that pain stop me, I wouldn't have went. But from seeing my opponent and how he trained, and when I got in the ring with him and I felt his strength, that was a motivator for me to be more manly, do more manly things. Right after I left out of the area where I was sitting in the chair out of the gym, we had to meet up in this room where they let us walk and get a feel for the ring. It just so happened that it was this famous guy who is an impersonator of Logan Paul, the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan. He was an impersonator for the Logan Paul. So I'm standing in the ring by myself, and he walked up to me and he said, hey bro, would you mind taking a picture of me? Yeah, let me get your camera. He said, hey, you want a picture? You want a picture too? Yeah, I want a picture. And that's gonna be the picture I use for I'm gonna use that picture for this thumbnail. If it fit right, I'm gonna use that. He said, hey, what do you do outside of this? I said, man, I'm a content creator, man. I like comedy. I do more so Facebook, TikTok. He said, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I'm famous on TikTok right now. I'm getting famous on Facebook, he said, but what Jake Paul and Logan Paul told me, man, go to YouTube. YouTube is where it's at, bro. Man, you could be famous on all those other platforms, but YouTube is different. It's like they gonna pay you straightforward. You ain't got to have nobody else try to make you famous. You ain't got to get noticed by other celebrities. You could just do your thing and create your channel and make a whole living, make your life on YouTube. I said, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna take your advice on that. If I had not taken a chance on me, win, lose, or draw, Had I not taken that chance, or had I let the pain of my brother getting killed, had I let the fear of losing cripple me, I wouldn't have gotten that advice from this guy, the Logan Paul impersonator. He is the main reason I'm on here talking to you right now. I had to take a risk. Had I just sat home and let my flame be smothered, living in fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, depression, all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't have went. I wouldn't have fought my opponent. Put that fight, type in Chico Dunk. The fight gonna come up on Official Celebrity Boxing. Put it in .50, and you're gonna see a punch I hit him in the heart. You can't see it in fast motion. You're gonna see uppercuts I hit him with, because everything was close action. Go watch that. But had I let that doubt, that fear, that worry cripple me, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I wouldn't have met the other guy whose brother had just passed. God sent me to him for comfort. God sent me to my opponent. Now I'm going to tell you, now there's some insider stuff on what me and my opponent talked about after the fight. Man, I hit him with a few shots at the end, because the strategy was he was bigger than me. He weighed more, he was bigger. And he was a wrestler, so he had wrestling skills. That's why he was holding me. When you watch it, he was holding me a lot. And I was tired. But at the end, I hit him with a couple shots. We walked to the back. They had to carry him to the back. And he said, man, bro, golly, man, you hit me with a right hook. Man, I almost got knocked out. He said, man, if the bell hadn't sounded, man, I was going to be on the floor. I said, bro, and we chopped it. I told him, bro, I'm going to be honest, I ain't even trained for it. My brother just got killed. He said, for real? I said, yeah, man, I just wanted to have fun. I'm just being obedient to God. Bro, thank you for that, man. It's brother to brother love. Had I let fear, doubt, worry, anxiety into that, it would have crippled me. I would have been done for. Oh, they gone. My little girl's coming out. Y'all finna go for a walk? All right, enjoy. My babies, you know they come out and have some fun. But had I let any of that stop me, I would have been done, man. I would have been done. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nobody talk you out of what you know you're supposed to be doing with your life. It's life short. My homeboy is dead. These same homeboys who encouraged me to be me, even when I was in fear of what people thought about me. Now I get it. Now I get it. I wish they could be here to witness it. But that's life goes on. That's the way it is. Things will never be the same. Everything change. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't stop yourself. Hit this world 1,000,000 miles a minute. Do what you got to do. Love, live life with that love. Carry on how you need to carry on, but don't let fear cripple you. Take a chance on yourself. It's going to be okay in the end. You ain't play to win, but if you lose, take your lesson and then go back to winning. All right,